I'm jealous of the people I fall in love with. Fall in love with. I'm jealous of the people I try to be more like. Try to be more like. I'm even jealous of the people who hate me. Hate more. A complete history of sexual jealousy, part 17 to 24. I'm jealous of the man you broke the heart of. Broke the heart of. I'm jealous of the men you knew before in a life that I can never be a part of. There's more than meets the eye in the way a stranger meets your eye. I know there's more. Complete history of sexual jealousy, part 17 to 24. If looks could kill, I'd kill the men whose looks would kill you if looks could kill. And the men who say no competition, know the competition love instills. I'm jealous of the people who ask you to ask me, who's keeping score? Complete history of sexual jealousy, part 17 to 24. Jealous of the dangling men you know you'll never go to bed with. I felt the fire that fires them. I've known the unrequited love it's fed with. And I don't believe in platonic love, but I'm still jealous of Plato. What a bore. A complete history of sexual jealousy, part 17 to 24. Come into my arms, my lover, let me be your sanctuary. Come into my arms, my lover, where you no longer have to look at me. Oh, you've been stupid enough to love someone who's hurt you a lot. I'll hurt you more. Complete history of sexual jealousy. A complete history of complete promiscuity. I'm writing the book on fury and infidelity, part 17 to 24. Love my insecurity. If you really love me, take lovers. If you really love me, you must really love my jealousy. If you really love me, love the others. Love the others. Love the others. Love the others, love the others, love the others. emotional defenses open wide. If ever you see me cry, if ever you notice how you make me feel inside, this thing will blow sky high. If ever emotional defenses open wide, if ever you see me cry, if ever you notice how you make me feel inside, I think I just might die. How could you know I wanted you so? I acted cool so you couldn't see here. But here deep inside, I so easily hide exactly what you mean to me. But it was so strange when everything changed. Your answer took me by surprise. And now that we're lovers, you think you've discovered how to make a cold man cry. You think you're kissing the ice king. Don't think. But I was always warm. I was yours for the asking. Don't think. I was hot for you all along. If ever emotional defenses open wide, if ever you see me cry, if ever you notice how you make me feel inside, this thing will blow sky high. If ever emotional defenses open wide, if ever you see me cry, if ever you notice how you make me feel inside, I think I just might die. Well, I know you can't stand an emotional man, and so I play for time, keeping it light in the hope that you might one day maybe change your mind. Sometimes in bed it enters my head to tell you that my love is strong, but I don't say a word when I notice my heart. You want to turn a cold man on. You think you're kissing the ice king. Don't think. But I was always warm. I was yours for the asking. Don't think. I was hot for you all along. You think you're kissing the ice king. Don't think. How wrong can a woman be if you knew the intensity of my feeling? How long would you stay with me? You think you're kissing me. If ever emotional defenses open wide, if ever you see me cry, if ever you notice how you make me feel inside, I think I just might. I think I just might. In the Sanatorium, I've booked a private room where you can feel at home, where we can be alone. alone, just you, the nurse, and me in mountain scenery. All the time that you've been ill, your faces look so pale, drained by the force of will, drained by the weight, until my treatment makes you well, or weaker still. Half in love with easeful death, I clapped a mirror with your breath. Half in love with this disease, which keeps you close to me. Your eyes grow heavy as I read The Immoralist by Andre Gide. Fall asleep, my sickly darling, rest in peace. Men you used to know declare their most sincere desire to travel here and share the treatment you require. Their letters saying they care are on the fire. As I interrupt the muslin hanging round the bed, I wake you with the rustling, and you raise your head and ask again, your voice uncertain if you're not a burden. Half in love with easeful death, I cloud the mirror with your breath. Half in love with this disease, which keeps you close to me. Your eyes grow heavy as I read The Immoralist by Andre Gide. Fall asleep, my sickly darling, rest in peace. As I watch you sleep, if this possessive streak will make me force my love, or if the trick is cheap, and if you took your drug, and if you're deep enough asleep. Sanatorium, I've booked a private room where you can feel at home, where we can be alone, just you, the nurse, and me in mountain scenery. I was born with the charm of innocence on my back like a cross, thorns upon my forehead, round my neck I wore it, sometimes a rabbit's claw, sometimes an albatross. It began at a school that turned boys into gentlemen, then turned them on to debauchery. I was forced to my knees in front of these gentlemen. If I refused, they would torture me. On Sundays I'd stalk the botanical garden, and under my uniform something would harden whenever I passed a girl of my own age. Or did it begin with au pair girls from Germany, paid by the hour to look after us? Did it begin with that first opportunity to corner a stranger with nakedness? Maybe the clinical way they undressed me stayed with me and deeply distressed me. I think at heart I'm something of a prude. I was born with the charm of innocence on my back like a cross, thorns upon my forehead, round my neck I wore it, sometimes a rabbit's claw, sometimes an albatross. Then at 18 I decided I wanted to be a commercial photographer. I rented a studio down by the docks, which I shared with a friendly pornographer. I photographed models in fluorescent light, whose veins were so blue and whose breasts were so white. I assumed, like the moon, women were blue cheese. When I left home, I already had 5 years of self-abuse under my belt. I'd found certain women who'd let me try anything, just to find out how it felt. In some garish hotel room with vile decoration, the wallpaper witnessed my first pollination. The paisley patterns witnessed an abortion. I was born with the charm of innocence on my back like a cross, thorns upon my forehead, round my neck I wore it, sometimes a rabbit's claw, sometimes an albatross. In the army they taught me to share the abuse that I'd kept up till then to myself. There's nothing like killing from coaxing a shy boy of 21 out of his shell. In the dark continent with a peacekeeping force, I fell in with a bunch of Algerian whores and promised them I'd try and keep in touch. We met up again in the 18th arrondissement. I remember them well. Their lank stringy hair and their big bulbous noses, their unmistakable smell. I'd approach all the ugliest, seediest jerks and ask them to keep a young model in work. Some men, thank Christ, don't discriminate at all. I was born with the charm of innocence on my back like a cross, thorns upon my forehead, round my neck I wore it, sometimes a rabbit's claw, sometimes an albatross. I will pass my old age by a pale two-bar fire, patiently waiting to die, twitching the lace as the schoolgirls go past, tracing a page of bataille. And if you catch sight of my second-hand coat, leaving behind it a faint whiff of goat, remember both of us are naked underneath. I thought it would end with the first obscene phone call, the second professional kill. But somehow detached from my actual behavior, this innocence burdens me still. Up in the attic, I pick up the brush, painting the crow's feet, paint out the blush. The face this portrait is of, is still capable of. The face this portrait is supposed to be of, is still capable of. The face this portrait is of, is still capable of. Paint out the blush. The face this portrait is supposed to be of is still capable of. Paint out the blush. The face this portrait is of is still capable of. Paint out the blush. The face this portrait is supposed to be of is still capable of. Paint out the blush. The face this portrait is of is still capable of. Paint out the blush. The face this portrait is supposed to be of is still capable of. Paint out the blush of shame. Paint out the blush of shame. Paint out the blush of shame. The pervert and his angels hide amongst the stars and watch. And as we blow ourselves to bits, the angels pump their cocks, their semen flows across the sky and forms new Milky Ways. And somewhere in some galaxy, in less than 7 days, they make a planet more curvaceous and much sexier than ours, full of bigger sinners. More worthy, more worthy of voyeurs.